movie.
Yes, that's right. And art. It had to do with artwork and whatever. All right. Well, today people seem to obsess over sports figures, reality TV stars, and some celebrities who are famous just for being famous. Our producer will not let us say the K word.
Yeah,
there.
It ends with Ardashian. Joining us now is Dr. Michael Levy. He is a clinical psychologist and author of this book. It's Celebrity and Entertainment Obsession: Understanding Our Addiction. Are you addicted? Are you addicted? Is that why you wrote this book?
Anything but. Anything but. I kind of find it to be an amazing spectacle, actually, and a phenomenon that I just had to understand from my perspective.
What do you understand about people who are celebrity obsessed? What's the reason behind it?
Well, I think it's a number of things. One is, I think, as a society, people like to be entertained. And the entertainment industry has totally captivated our brains to made, I think, being entertained as a national obsession. And as a result, we're also obsessed with the people who are doing the entertaining. I also think that media has an amazing ability to make an ordinary person into a somebody. And once someone has that public recognition, I think people are automatically just interested in them, because deep down I think everybody would love to be famous and known throughout the land. So there's another reason why I
wonder about that, though, if people really would like being famous as much as they think they would.
Well, interesting. There was a study. There's a study that I looked at people who were famous, and they said, bottom line, if you could do it over again, would you be famous? Everybody said, yeah.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Because of the things they're able to do, how maybe they're able to give back all the, benefits that they get from it.
I don't think it's about how they can give back.
Well, but think about it. I mean, parts of it.
Yeah.
Parts of it.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well,
that's altruistic. I like that.
Well, there's some downsides to it, but I mean, a lot of times it's nice to walk down the street and people know who you are and they know your name and they're interested in you. That really fuels your self-esteem and your self-concept, and you feel like a special person.
But it's so different now. You think about the stars and celebrities back in the day. They truly were very, very talented. I mean, they were, singers, dancers, triple threat actors, all these different things. Now, like you said, we're taking regular people, making them stars on reality shows. But I think we have this voyeuristic ability as viewers now to be able to have instant access all the time through social media. How has that changed the landscape of this obsession? Being able to have constant access to the insides of these people.
No, great question. I think you're right, because we have such access. It just fuels that piece of us, because I think we are on some level. Yeah. We are voyeuristic people. We cannot refrain from looking at tragedy and different things like that. So I think that the instant access has just totally just grabbed us, and some people live on the internet and just want to learn about people and magazines, just everything out there. It's just amazing.
Well, let's talk about the Kardashians, because I know our producer wants us to.
Okay.
Just kidding, Katie. But I find them fast. I'm not a fan of the show. I've seen it maybe once just because I don't get that one.
I do.
I don't get it.
I do.
What? You get it. I don't get it either.
I get it.
Okay.
What's the deal?
I think they're amazing people to look at. Like, whether or not you like what they do in their lives or who they are, what they stand for, I don't think many people do. But I think they're beautiful people to look at. You just want to tune in to see what they're wearing, how their hair is, what their makeup looks like. I mean, and it's mainly women, their audience. I think that's what I like to see. And I think they're phenomenal to look at.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of it. One thing I talk about in the book is their obsession with beauty, with how we look ourselves and with other people who are beautiful. And clearly a huge component of why we're involved with these people out there is looks and attractiveness. Is absolutely so important.
But they call it reality TV. It's so unrealistic.
Correct.
The beauty. I mean, and those are beautiful women. I'm not taking away from them. But so much of what we see as being beautiful is photoshopped and, dressed up. And it's not real. Even they'll sometimes admit it's not real.
True. But there's some research that shows that perhaps the human brain isn't really equipped to tell what's real and what's not real, or what's a real person versus a celluloid image of somebody. And so a lot of times you have people who are in our living rooms, in our kitchens, and we see them on the screen, and it's hard to know. We really think we know them when we really don't.
What about the stars? I'm thinking particularly about sports heroes and the people my son admires, and then they disappoint us terribly. We find out that they lied about a drug scandal, or in Bill Cosby's case, that they're accused of horrible things, against women, and that's getting away from the sports thing. But O.J. Simpson,
Yes.
I mean, I think is another example. What about that? What about these people we idolize? And then they're so incredibly human that it's depressing.
I agree, and that's why I think it's important for people to look at who they're idolizing really, and what is it about this person? Because a lot of times we'll see, someone who is phenomenal on the sport field, or phenomenal in a movie, but it'd be nice to have a conversation with them. Well, okay, this person is so awesome, but are they really that awesome? And what else is underneath that surface, really? There are so many people out there in the world who do phenomenal things for society. And those are people I think people kind of begin to look at who live, not in the limelight, but in other areas. I think we could learn a lot from them versus just these people who are again, famous for being famous, or, famous for doing something on the field.
What are people going to read learn by reading your book?
Okay. They're going to learn, I think, from a psychosocial historical perspective.
I gotta hold it up, sorry.
Okay.
You're going to lean over there.
Say it again.
From a psychosocial historical perspective. How is it that the spectacle has kind of come into existence, number one? Number two is, I guess, my hope would that people could begin to look at themselves through a little different perspective, look at this phenomenon through a different perspective, and maybe begin to question, something? Is this the most important thing in the world, or might some other things in my life be more important than just what I know about the Kardashians or something like that?
Right.
Like, live your own life.
You got
and
it.
Stop obsessing so much about other people that you see.
Rather than observing and participate, be involved in life. Because when you're looking back on your life, what's going to really stand out?
Yeah.
Is it what I knew about some person, or could it be something else? And that, I think, would be something for everybody to really think about as they go through life.
I have to put you on the spot. Is there a celebrity that people say you look like?
I don't know. Is there one?
I think so. I'm not going to say it, though, because people have done that to me, and I don't like it. I just thought if there's one that came to mind for you, I would ask you. But that's awesome. Here is your book. It is Celebrity and Entertainment Obsession. It's a fantastic topic, interesting topic to discuss. Understanding Our Addiction. It's written by Dr. Michael Levy. It is Dr. Michael Levy.
Levy.
.org. Got to get that right. drmichaellevy.org. Great